Welcome back to Mom's Chat. Rape and consent. Rape allegations are at a record high, with sad stories of young girls and women being assaulted and raped across Nigeria. The issue is that for too long as a society, we have blamed the victims, usually women, for allowing themselves to be raped. You hear things like, oh, he spent money on you, or you ate his food, or you followed him to his house, you followed him to his bedroom. What were you expecting? The issue of consent is at the forefront of public discussion following numerous reports of high-profile incidents of sexual assault. One thing has become increasingly clear: we urgently need more education and discussion about consent. My guest today is a certified sexual abuse prevention counselor, sexual integrity educator, play therapist, and family life therapist. Join me as I welcome Barrister Zuriel Olowe. Welcome to Mom's Chats. The issue of consent. You know, you hear stories of I met her, she was flowing with me, we agreed to go out, I took her out clubbing, and I'm back to the hotel. They probably shared the bed. And suddenly she said, no, don't touch me. And the guy feels like, okay, why shouldn't I touch you? Of course now, women, you want me to beg you or whatever. And she says, no. So what is consent? Does consent mean don't follow him to the bedroom? Or does consent mean don't interact with men? If you don't want to be raped, like you're not giving that consent, as long as I won't follow you out, I won't interact with you. But the moment you start interacting with men, you've given them consent to violate you. Because if you listen to men talk about these things, you think like, okay, by responding to your greets, I've given you consent to rape me. They'd be like, okay, what was she looking at? Like, I spent whatever 1,000 naira on her, and she didn't say no at that point, so why is she saying no now? You know, so at what point do we determine this is yes or this is no?
Okay, so to assume that because you're friends with a lady and that she goes out with you, and that means that she has given you consent for you to sexually abuse her or to rape her, that's the lowest form of assumption. Consent to friendship is not consent for you to sexually violate me. Consent to gisting with you, visiting you at home.
Oh, you've been asking me out, I've not said yes.
Or you coming to visit me in my own house, because we've had instances where it's the guy that comes to the lady's place to rape her. So consent to friendship is not consent to violate me. If I say yes to you having sex with me, it's consent giving. The moment I withdraw my yes to a no, to stop it, means that I have taken away consent. And what is consent? Consent is me saying, yes, you can have my body. Consent is me saying, yes, I agree to sleeping with you. Consent is me saying, yes, it's a mutual thing. Let's have sex. So when it comes to consent giving, it is only adults that can give consent. Children cannot give consent.
Okay, that's children below the age of 18.
Anyone below the age of 18 is a child. And as such, they cannot give consent when it comes to sexual activities.
Okay. I don't know if this question is coming out right. Like, what does consent mean sexually?
Like I said earlier on, consent sexually simply means that, let me put it in a layman's term. I go out with you, we end up somewhere, maybe, and you start touching me, and as I know where it's going to, and I've not done anything to push you away, I've not said no to you, I allow you go all out to me, with me, and I go all out with you, and we end up having sex. That's consent giving.
So okay.
That's consent giving, because I did not stop you at any point in time. I did not push you off. I didn't say no to you. And you were not forceful about it. You did not have sex with me by threatening me. You did not have sex with me by blackmailing me. You did not have sex with me by beating me or being violent with me. But the moment you're able to do any one of these, and even when you think I willingly gave it to you, you did not get it. I didn't give my consent to it, because there was a premeditated act that happened before you slept with me.
Okay, while I was doing the research on this topic, so I came across a page where they said, by the time you want to pull a top, ask her, is this okay? Pull up skirt, is it okay? Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to stop? Do you think that is feasible? For you to ask, for a man to ask at every stage, you pull a top, you ask, is that okay? You pull a skirt, is that okay? Do you want me to continue? Do you want me to stop?
To the point of where you want to have sex with her,
and then you still ask,
yes.
Do you like it? Do you want me
to continue? For anyone who wants to be sure that whatever he's having or whatever he's trying to do with a supposed girl or his girlfriend, or maybe a girl who just feels, I can have one thing or the other, and you want to really save your head, you do not want the law coming after you, those are the necessary questions you want to ask. Having it behind your mind that she may feel that she's doing it because she needs to satisfy you, and she's not doing it from a place of consent. So sometimes asking those questions, because legally it is right to ask those questions. It may not be something done normally, but should you ask those questions? Yes. Because when you look at the impacts or the effects of you end up sleeping with her and she comes out saying you raped her, you do not want that to happen. So consent must be gotten right from the moment you see that things is getting hot and torn up between both of you, from the place of kissing, do you want me to kiss you, to the end point of you having sex with her. It is just the right thing and appropriate thing to do.
Okay.
To save your head.
Okay, so consent in a relationship, like you guys are already dating, do you still need a permission? This is not a new girl or a fresh girl. This is like your girlfriend, or probably even okay, let me leave it at that, girlfriend. So do they still need consent? Do I still need consent?
Every woman has a right to her body. Every woman owns a body. The same way every man owns his body also. So to do the right thing, to do the legal thing, and with everything that is happening right now, you want to be sure. So asking is not bad. What would asking do to you? It should make you see if she really wants to have sex with you, or if it's because she just wants to please you. And the moment she says no, I don't want to have sex with you, or she pushes you away off her, then you want to let her be and move away.
Okay, let's quickly look at this skit in a minute.
What's up now? Let's go to the room now.
I don't get what? I came to see a movie.
Why are you doing like this now? What's up
What
now?
exactly? I came to see a movie.
So there's a movie you came to watch, Abby?
Yes!
What's up now? Why are you doing like this?
Leave me alone now. Leave yourself. I said leave me alone.
Why are you behaving like this now? What's up? Babe.
Okay, you know what? Hold on, okay? Not now, Sha. Maybe later.
Later.
Maybe later.
No problem. You should have no water.
That's fine. Oh.
Yeah, take.
Thank you.
I've got this part before.
I'm not listening together. What kind of question are you asking?
What's wrong with you now? This is when you see the guy inside now.
Ooh. I really feel like this guy's going to do something.
She might not do anything.
Where's the advance?
This wasn't supposed to happen.
What's wrong with you? Don't you have fun? Don't you enjoy it?
Okay, welcome back. So this is it. Do you think that is a rape case?
It is a rape case. Consent was not given. She said later, not now, later. Later can mean 3 hours time. Later can mean next year. Later is not definite, but it means that we are not having sex now. She later said, I don't want. So it means that she has even withdrawn the later to it is not happening. So I don't want again has invalidated the later. So you cannot assume that she said later. Later does not mean go ahead.
Right.
So that is a pure rape case.
So she could press charges.
She could press charges.
Wow. Okay, so is verbal consent good enough in today's world?
Verbal consent is absolutely good enough in today's world.
How do I prove it? What's the proof?
So the onus is left on is on the person who is alleging rape, that he or she did not give consent, and also the person who the alleged person that was raped says raped her. Because one, if you're able to prove that you did not give verbal consent and this person took advantage of you, then there's a case. But however, if the person, the alleged rapist, is able to prove that I got verbal consent from her, I asked her, at every step in time I asked her, and these were as exact words, and every time she was saying yes, go ahead, and every time she was saying yes, it is okay, just go ahead, yes, I want sex with you, yes, we can have sex, and she now comes back to say I did not say so, or to twist it, then that would be false allegation.
Okay.
That would be false allegation because you gave consent, and at no
But how
point.
do you prove it? What's the proof? How do you prove it to? Like, what do you have to show that she said yes? Do we need to have a form
Then
filled?
you don't need to have
Like,
a form.
Can we have sex? Thick
Oh,
yes
if you
or
want to
thick
do that,
no.
fine. If you want to do that, fine.
Are we going to that direction?
With what is happening right now, if you want to do that, fine. In as much as a person is of the legal age to give consent for sexual intercourse, in as much as the person is of sound mind, in as much as the person is aware of what she's going into, to say that I am giving my body to this person, I am willing, without coercion, without threat, without blackmail or anything, I'm saying yes to this person to have sex with me. But the truth about it is that we may not get to that point of asking them to fill a form. But what were the acts and actions before the act of sex took place? Now, because the act before the sex took place matters a lot. Also, while it was going on, while you were having that sex, did that person at any point in time say to you, stop, I am no longer interested?
Wow. Okay, I don't know, maybe we'll get to that place in this our world where we need to print consent forms to have sex. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue Mom's chat. Welcome back to Mom's chat. Okay, welcome back to Mom's chat. Today we have been talking about consent and rape with Zuriel. Zuriel said you cannot drug a girl to have sex with her. You cannot give her alcohol to make her high to have sex with her. At every point in time, you must ask her, is it okay for me to? So where we are going is, but is it okay to ask the girl, like, okay, today I want you to come to my house. I want us to have sex.
You have guys that do that.
Yes. Don't you think that will kill the flow?
No, we have guys that do that. I've seen guys say to me, the reason I am doing this is because I do not want a situation where tomorrow I'm being accused of raping her. So she knows already.
This is what you're coming to.
Yes, so if she's not coming, if she sees it and she's not interested, she does not come. So even when she comes, he still says it to her. We are going to have sex. Are you willing to have sex? And the moment she says no, he stops. So that is saying to himself that I do not want problem for myself. I don't want to end my years or spend 21 years or 14 years in prison.
All right, so how can guys protect themselves?
Knowing when a girl says no. So the moment she says no, the moment she pushes you off. Now, the thing is, I say to guys, if she starts giving you, do not assume that because she's saying, leave me, or she's saying yes.
Or leave me and smile.
There's this mentality of, oh, when a woman is saying no, she's saying yes. When a woman is saying no, it is no.
They call it stop it, I like it.
So when she says no, take it as a no and run. There's no need helping her to interpret a no to a yes. So if she says no and you are leaving her, she's saying, yeah, but you cannot beg me.
Can you convince her? Can you convince her?
There's no need convincing her. Tell her, I cannot beg you. Do you want or you don't want?
Ooh,
so there's no
that's
begging.
rude.
No, it is not, because it has gotten to that point where the guys themselves need to save themselves and not get themselves into trouble. So when she's saying no, don't assume a no is a yes. Leave her, let her go.
Okay, so very important question before we end this. What is marital rape? Really? And is marital rape an offense in Nigeria? Can the husband rape his wife?
Well, basically, because of the mindset of the fact that he's married to you, he has paid your bride price, so he owns you and every other thing. So you have women who have been raped in their marriages and they keep quiet about it. So it's still the same consent, because you have instances now, if everything is going well in the marriage and there is love, there is fun in the marriage, even when the woman is saying no and the oga goes ahead, nobody sees it as rape. But the moment there's a problem in the marriage and the woman is saying no and the guy goes ahead, of course the woman would want to shout rape, rape, rape. But yes, is there marital rape? Yes, there's marital rape.
Is it an offense in Nigeria?
Cases.
Would police take the person serious?
Let her go and let's see it.
Really?
Yes.
Police will tell you yours or your husband raped you.
The policeman will tell you.
But you know now, we
matter, go and settle it at home.
So marital rape is an offense in Nigeria, but
you have people just keeping quiet about it.
Wow. The majority of rape cases takes place in a room where there are no witnesses, and there is unlikely to be a video evidence that shows consent was not given. Get involved and get educated. If you have a young adult or work with a young adult, help them learn and understand consent and other strategies to help protect themselves.
Welcome.
Just before we go, how can girls protect themselves?
1. When your no is no, be assertive about your no.
No.
It is a no.
And no.
It is a
Not no.
It is a no. Be assertive with your no. Both verbal and non-verbal communication.
No is no. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Mom's Chat. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching Mom's Chat today. Follow us on all our social media platforms, our Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Let's keep the conversation rolling. So until next week when we'll meet you again, thank you for watching Mom's Chat. See you again. Consent and rape. Welcome back to Mom's Chat.